Okay, let's talk fast finance. 1, assign your money a job before you spend it. Every dollar needs a purpose. Wandering money just disappears. 2, have a money day every week or every other week. I know life is busy, but if you do not schedule your finances, it will not get handled. 3, separate your soft life fund from your emergency fund. One protects your peace, the other protects your lifestyle. 4, know your top 3 money metrics: net worth, monthly burn, your savings rate. You don't need a fancy degree to do this. 5, build a bare minimum budget. If everything were to fall apart, how much will it cost you to cover the basics? This number matters. 6, stop using your checking account as a scoreboard. A high balance doesn't always necessarily mean financial freedom. You want to elevate, get crafty and strategic about your money, aka investments. Now 7, learn to say no even when you can afford it, okay? Discipline is not a form of punishment, it's protection. 8, track your emotional spending triggers. Are you spending because you're sad, bored, trying to prove something? Know your patterns. 9, buy luxury out of overflow, not from obligation. We don't perform success, we embody it. And 10, treat your finances like a business. Income, expenses, strategy, goals. You are the CEO of your life, so act like it. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Smart girls have systems, so make sure you build yours.
Let's talk about how to get Blair Waldorf rich in 2025. Firstly, via the stock market. If you've never bought a stock before or don't know anything about the stock market, that's fine. I was literally in the same boat. I feel like I had a misconception that it's really difficult to get into the stock market. You need a lot of money to invest. That is not the case at all. You literally get an app on your phone and it's kind of like social media. If you know how to use TikTok and Instagram, I guarantee you'll be able to use a trading app. The app that I primarily use to buy stocks is called Spaceship, which is only available to Australian residents, but I do also use one called eToro, which is available a bit more globally. I think it's definitely available for UK residents. If you're in America, you're literally spoiled for choice. You guys have so many cool apps like Robinhood. You can start investing with literally $5. Start with literally whatever you had. That's what I did. Like I had $1,000 in my savings account, and rather than it just sitting in an account doing nothing, I thought, why not give it a go? My portfolio consists of stocks, ETFs, and crypto. So let me break that down a little bit. Stocks basically means that you own a little piece of the company. So it's best to buy a stock in a company that you believe has potential to grow. That's what I find is like one of the most fun things about investing is like researching different companies. An ETF is basically like a basket of stocks. Like you're buying a little bundle, a tiny, tiny little piece of each of them. For example, you can buy like VOO, which is I think like 500 top companies in the US. So it's less risky than betting it all on one company. You can do this specific to like certain industries like medical research or AI. And then of course crypto, I buy my crypto through eToro, not tied to any companies at all. It's like a digital online currency. It's risky. It can go up really, really quickly and you can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money fast. So me personally, I like to have some safer investments and some more risky investments. I can talk about what I actually own if that would help you guys. Personally, investing has helped me so much. I've made a lot of money. I just want to share that with you guys and help you guys. I don't know, I wish one of the beauty influencers I followed when I was younger talked about investing. I wish I started so much younger. If this is something you're interested in hearing more about, I love talking about it and I would love to make this more of a regular thing on my page.
If you're broke as a woman, there's a problem with that. Either you're not using your time wisely or you lack confidence. As a woman, you are divine. You are the only species that can birth things. You are creative. You are a helpmeet. It is our God-given gift that we are influential. You have the ability to command anything on this earth and it's going to happen. You can't keep walking around like you're shy and disappointed and nobody likes you and you're feeding yourself with all of these negative thoughts that you're failing to realize God has already gifted you with the ability to command the room when you walk in. It says in the book of Genesis that after God created Adam, something was still missing. So God thought, I'm going to make him a helpmeet. And what was the helpmeet? A woman. You are the only one who has the honor to say that you are a woman and a man at the same time, and you over here stressing about money? There are gifts and talents that God has given you that he has not given anyone else. So how do you show stewardship over the gifts that he has given you is by pruning those gifts and pushing them out for the world to see. How do you push them out for the world to see? Learning a skill. The skill of marketing and branding. If you don't know how to market and brand yourself to the point where people are so invested into you and they want to buy anything that you have to sell, that's a problem. I watched my mom be so beautiful, but still struggle to put food on the table for me and my brother. Because once my dad left, he took all the money that they had in their joint account and she was stuck with 2 jobs and still getting paid bare minimum. My mom suffered so bad that I made a pact with myself that I'm never going to be out here broke busted and disgusted. And so this is why I created a community where I help women not have to go through that. I show you how to create a highly craved brand that everyone loves. Everybody's just hooked to, how to go viral, how to build your followers from scratch, how to find products that are always going to sell out, and how to build substance as a woman. So I show you how to build your relationship with God and how to put your faith into him, because when you put your faith into the provider, he's going to make sure that his daughter is never lacking. So if you're interested in getting help from me to build your brand, type brand in the comments and I will send you the link to get started.
These are the 4 accounts that everyone should have open by the age of 30. So first we're going to start with the traditional checkings account. I personally don't keep no more than $500 in my checkings account, and we're going to get into the other accounts of where the rest of my money is going to. But before we get into that, your checkings account is pretty simple. This is the account your money is being deposited into. This is the account that you go to the ATM to withdraw money, where you pay rent from, etc. Now to get into a high yield savings account, this is not a regular savings account, okay? And actually, if you have a savings account, I would highly recommend to close that and open up a high yield savings account. And the reason for that is because a regular savings account is earning you nothing. A high yield savings account is offering you a higher interest rate. So if you're gonna save your money anywhere, you might as well save it in an account that you can earn more money on. This account is perfect if you're saving for that dream car you want, a house, wedding, anything. Deposit all your savings into that high yield savings account so you can earn more money while doing so. Now to get into a Roth IRA account, which is an individual retirement account where contributions are made after tax dollars. If you ever hear people talk about that magical account that can save you over $1 million when it comes time to retire, this is the account they're talking about. But the mistake a lot of people make with a Roth IRA account is they open it up, they get so excited, they deposit all this money, and they think their money is just magically growing. It's not, unless you're actually investing in something. There are many investment options that you can invest in with the Roth IRA, such as stocks or ETFs. If you just deposit money into this account and then take that deposited money and invest it into an ETF, for example, like VU, you'll be good to go. That's what I do. Just keep in mind that there is a limit of what you can deposit into a Roth IRA account each year, and for 2025, the limit is set to $7,000. Lastly, we're going to get into a 401k, which a lot of people do mistake a Roth IRA account and a 401k. They are different, but they're also similar. They're both retirement accounts. However, the Roth IRA account is using after-tax dollars. So once you retire and you're ready to withdraw all that money from your Roth IRA account, you don't have to pay any taxes on it. But for the 401k, you will have to pay taxes once you retire. A 401k is created by your employer and they do choose the bank, but you can still go in and manage the account. For example, you can go in and choose the percent of what you want withheld from your paychecks and put into your 401k. My only recommendation with a 401k is to make sure you're meeting the company's match. So if your company is set to 5% company match, make sure your 401k is also set to 5% to be withheld from each paycheck. Otherwise, you're just missing out on free money. Free money. Like, please let your money work for you.
How do you stay financially responsible as a girl who loves shopping, loves luxury, loves traveling, loves eating out, loves experiences, and just loves spending money? I'm gonna give you some of my best tips as someone who used to spend down to the bone, now keeps an emergency fund, money invested in Roth IRAs, CDs, and still will spend $5,000 on a trip. And this video is not about making more money, because more never matters if you keep losing it. So I'm gonna give you a couple of my best tips. The first thing I do is use a budgeting app. I use YNAB, and I've talked about this so many times. It's literally the best budgeting app out there if you ask me. It lets you create a category for every single thing in your life. So I have a travel category, I have an investing category, I have a shopping category for groceries, I have a category for gas, my car note, everything. And every time I get money, I can put money into each bucket, let it add up, and use it. For example, I'm saving for a trip that's gonna cost me $8,000 or $9,000, but best believe I'll have the money in time because I'm putting money into that basket every single month. And I know exactly how much I need to get there. When you can allow yourself the time and space to save up for something, you don't have to feel guilty when it's time to spend it because you already allotted the money for it and you already have all of your other bills taken care of. These categories just help you to budget correctly because trust me, when you have specific banks for everything, you don't end up overspending in one category and then underspending in another and not having enough. It lets you prioritize things. I actually quit my corporate job a couple months ago. I make money doing content, but I'm nowhere near at the level of making a consistent income. So when you say, oh, I wish I could afford to take a weekend getaway, you can. You just have haven't prioritized it yet. And that's what these budgeting apps help you do. A second thing I do is I keep my fixed expenses low. For example, my car note. My car note is a little under $400. That's unheard of today for anybody who's getting a new car. And guess what? I'm riding my Jeep till her wheels fall off. I used to be that person who was leasing new cars every 2 years because I wanted to switch it up. I wanted a new car. I feel like I used to really care about the status of having a new car. And each time I got a new car, I would get a more expensive one. And it wasn't too long ago that I was like, okay, I want to get a Tesla next. I didn't get the Tesla. Actually, instead of trying to increase my expenses, I decided to buy my car, keep the car note, because I realized having a luxury car is not a priority to me. I will spend $5,000 on a trip before I spend $5,000 on a down payment for a new car. Don't care. What I care about are experiences. So with that, I keep a lot of my fixed expenses very low, and I'm going to continue to do that. We get caught in this cycle of, okay, I'm making more money, let me spend more, and then we just end up still in lack. No. Make more and keep your fixed expenses as low as you can. And that's where financial freedom starts coming in. My third tip would be, and this is for the shopaholics, my girls who love to shop. I feel you. I love shopping and I used to shop all the time. But now I made a rule for myself where I only shop if it's for a special event or if I'm going on a trip. So like I'll shop either for the trip or while I'm on the trip, but there's no random shopping on a random Tuesday while I'm in my bed with nowhere to go. No, we're not doing that. See, this way I still get to have that high that comes from shopping when I'm excited and planning for a trip or event, making sure I look like a baddie. It's also just that much more fun and exciting when I have waited to do it specifically for something special. See what I'm saying? So these are 3 things that just kind of allow me to have the best of both worlds, which is financial security and just being a girl.
These are some of the ways I'm trying to save money in order to hit my goal of saving up my first $100,000 by the end of this year. I'm 21 years old and so far I'm over halfway to my goal, which is good because we're around halfway through the year. So these are some of my tips for saving money. One thing I've been doing to reduce a lot of my impulse spending, because I definitely am an impulse spender, is when I have anything I want to purchase that's a bigger purchase, so anything over around $150, what I've been doing is I put a 2-week wait period on that. So I wait 2 weeks, and if I still want the item, then I can get it. Another big thing I've been doing is, as a 21-year-old, obviously I'm at a point in my life where I want to go out, I want to go to the bars, I want to drink with my friends, but alcohol is such an expensive purchase. So what I do is I make most of my drinks at home and we pregame at one of our houses before going out, rather than pregaming or getting only drinks at a restaurant, which is so much more money. Another big thing I've been working on is cutting out a lot of my self-care spending. So after this, I'm not really going to be getting my nails done anymore out. I'm going to be trying to do my nails at home, do my eyebrows at home, just all of those kind of self-care things, facials, nails, tanning, doing that at home rather than paying a lot more money to get it done somewhere else. As someone whose closet is very packed, another big thing that's helped me a lot is when I want to buy a new piece of clothing, which happens frequently, I need to get rid of something on Depop from my closet before buying the new piece of clothing. This is just something that's really helped me maximize closet space, so I'm not overspending and not having too much clothes, while also kind of making a little bit of a trade. So if I really want something, I need to get rid of something and then make the money to then put towards that purchase. The next tip is especially helpful for college students trying to save money, but anyone can do this, and this is stacking as many discount codes as possible. Especially as a college student, I get codes from Student Beans, but then there's also websites that you can get coupons from, like Honey, and then I think the other one's Rakuten or whatever. But I stack my discount codes as much as possible. If they allow for that, that's what I am doing, especially taking advantage of my college student discounts. And the last thing for me, which has been a really hard thing, is limiting my eating out to special occasion. This is definitely what I'm still trying to put into motion. I haven't really been following through with this, but I really need to get better. Like, eating out is so expensive over time, and I also do enjoy cooking at home, so that's a big thing I'm going to try to do to save money. I know these all kind of seem like basic, straightforward things to do, but over time, these really can add to saving up so much money. I've obviously had good success so far saving up this year.
I'm a girl that is addicted to saving money. I'm going to teach you how to shift your mindset to be that way too. I used to be a chronic overspender. I'm sure that you are too. We have every single possible open avenue in front of us to spend our money, but we really don't need to. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I shifted my mindset from being addicted to spending to addicted to saving. When I'm about to buy something, I really think to myself, I truly think, do I need this? I have 20 pairs of jeans. I do not need a 21st. I just think about the fact that I have so many things that I'm so grateful for. I have so many clothes. I have a roof over my head. I can buy food. I can do all these things. Like, I am just sitting in my gratitude whenever I realize that I'm about to overspend. I think about it in this way too. I'm like, I could be saving this money for a house or a car. Having some goal to be saving for is another way that I change my mindset. Being grateful for what you have and having a goal to save for. Because the dopamine rush of getting that goal is going to be better than any instant gratification. I've also been trying to get away from instant gratification because I feel like in this world, we can have anything we want immediately. Amazon comes the next day. We can go outside and buy whatever we want. I live in New York City. It's super accessible to literally buy anything that I want, but that's not a sustainable way to live. The only reason I've been able to change my mindset this effectively is because I've been using this budgeting app called the Peak app. Truly, it is the only app that got me out of debt, got me into saving. It tells you exactly where you're overspending. It gives you encouraging tips of how to stop overspending and start saving. And it also tells you where to invest your money. It's just honestly my favorite app. I've used plenty of other ones, but this is the only one that's actually worth it. So that is how I changed my mindset, and that's how you can too.